There's a lot of things here in the chat that have been going back and forth. I want to kind of address. Do you see anything in the chat that you want to bring up? Dank says PulseX greater than Pulse. We'll see, man. We'll see. It's just if you I saw this and I did kind of laugh. If you forbid Pulse maxis to use the word soon, they would actually have no announcements. That's okay. That's funny. I don't care who you are. That's funny. That's not fun. It's kind of true.
This one from IT that says you can use the same analogy for Xen. People are going to be chasing NEXC, X1, Phoenix, Xen. Yeah. So the Xen ecosystem has so many tokens that's already out right now.
Yeah.
There's some more that's coming out that were announced like a day or two ago. There's another one that's coming out that's just like Phoenix. They're going to do the same thing too.
Yeah, it's just
so it's almost like he's building his own ecosystem, very similar to Pulsechain. Pulsechain has like what 100 different tokens, protocols that's built on top of it.
Oh, gosh,
so
I think
Xen
it's
is doing the same
160
thing
now.
160.
Richard isn't building all those. It's the community. Right now, most of everything on Xen is built by Jack. Phoenix is not. That's 𝘕𝘰𝘯𝘦. I've actually had another project reach out to me a few times, something called Yoga. I got to read the white paper on that. It sounds pretty interesting. It's another way to burn Xen. So what we're seeing is people are building on Xen. So when the X1 comes out, that'll give them a platform on which to build. And I expect to see similar uptake to X1 as I do Pulsechain. But to your point, you're absolutely right. I mean, people are going to make the same mistake with Xen. They're going to be like, oh, if I burn all my Xen, I'll get this. And if I burn this, I'll get this. And I burn this, I get this. And who knows? We don't know. Time will tell.
Right.
But you don't want to be in a situation in 5 years where Xen ends up being the most valuable of them all and be like, crap, I traded all my gold for silver.
Right.
It's not like it's a bad thing, but if gold is worth a little bit more. So just be careful out there, people, please. Let's see. Dank says all those 6+ years stakes will be locked up still during the bull run. Stake to end before the hex bubbles. Yes. Do you understand this? I understand this, but I want to see if you understand this.
Stake to end. So he's saying that you need to make your stake right before hex goes to an all-time high. Is that what you're saying?
The way I read this is before a
hex goes to like
bubbles.
A bull.
You don't want to. There's two ways to look at it. I mean, really just pay attention to, and Dank, I'm going to say this, and if I'm wrong, correct me, please. Pay attention to when your stakes end. Understand the crypto cycle. Understand, is tomorrow going to play out like yesterday it did? Not exactly, but it might rhyme. So in theory, if similarities present in the next bull run, that's going to take place sometime, like the peak of it will be middle of 2025. So that's when you want your stakes ending. So if you want to sell, you can sell at the highs. Don't have your stakes ending at 2026 or 2027 because those are going to be at a time of lows. I think that's what he's understanding. So just pay attention to when your stakes end relative to the crypto cycle. So that way you can be maximizing price action if you so choose to sell. If you have no interest in selling, then do long-term stakes, but consider possibly using the HSI through Hedron. So that way you have liquidity through the NFT, which is very comparable to what Xen is doing. Or for those that are Hex and Pulsechain maxis, Xen is copying Hedron, but that's something that is important to understand. Yeah, Dank says, yeah, that's exactly right. So
yeah, you can use your NFT to get the value out.
Yeah, you can at that point you can just sell the NFT to somebody that values it at that point in time, and then use that capital in the next bear market to double, triple, quadruple your initial investment in the project. So yeah, unrealized gains are not profits. That's exactly right. Doesn't matter what the paper says. So I'll leave you with this last question. One thing I was curious about, you had reached out to me and asked if I wanted, if I would be open to doing a stream with you. why me? Why did you reach out to me? A lot of people you could reach out to. I'm always curious what draws people to want to chat with me.
Yeah, your videos are very informative. They're very interesting. I saw you always have like good guests on. Although I did actually before you had Jack on, and you interviewed with like 6, 7 people. That's the one where he said it was coming out on Amazon, maybe, kind of, sort of. He's gonna have integration with Amazon. So yeah, you always have like good, interesting guests on and stuff like that. So I just like your channel in general.
Well, thank you.
You're heavily into the Pulsechain system. I guess you're getting into Zen a little bit, or the community is forcing you to talk about Zen. Everyone is talking about Zen, right? So eventually you have to talk about it. So yeah, so you're interested in the coins that I'm interested in. So yeah,
that's cool. Well, thank you. I plan to do more of those multi-streamer talks with Jack, so I'd be happy to invite you in on one if you'd be interested in that.
Definitely.
Yeah. You know, it's interesting. I had a lot of people say to me, like, why did you bring Jack into our community? Why are you looking at Zen? Why are you looking at these things? I'm not a maxi. That's why I look for other opportunities, and I haven't been forced to do anything. So
right.
That's what I like about doing this. It's just like, you know, I'm following my values. My values have led me these places. And if you're interested in listening, I'm happy you're here. It's pretty much as simple as that.
Yeah, same here. I'm not a maxi either. I just try to focus on the tokens that make the most sense, that have the best community, and they have the best tokenomics too. And if you do it that way, you're almost always going to make the highest return on your value, on your investment anyways. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it was great talking to you. I definitely have to leave now. Thank you for letting me do this stream with you.
It was my pleasure. It's nice to meet you, and, you know, please stay in touch, and I'll keep you in mind when I'm doing my next group stream with Jack.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I'll just send you some messages too.
Right on. Take care. Thanks for your time today.
All right, see you.